What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Anthony.
I'm Super.
And we're the Cinema Titans. And in today's video, we're reviewing the Netflix original movie, Six Underground, starring Ryan Reynolds. Of course, we do have different takes on it.
A
little bit, because I did not enjoy it.
And I did.
So, let's get to our review. Now, basically, here's the thing with the movie. It was so confusing at times. I was trying to piece together what was happening.
It was.
You know?
It was kind of bouncy.
It was.
All over the place.
I think it had too many characters.
It definitely did. That's one thing it definitely did have. Is too many people to focus on.
And basically, the more the focus was on number one, who of course is Ryan Reynolds, and evidently the story goes is that he finds people, and they spoiler. They have to fake their own death in order to help the government. Or actually, no, let me take that back. They take assignments that the government won't take, right?
Yeah, so basically, he dies. He dies. Basically, turns into a ghost.
Yeah.
And starts recruiting people he feels are up to par on, I guess, being able to be a part of this elite squad.
Right.
So it's kind of what you said. They take on assignments that the government doesn't want to, or thinks it's too politically incorrect to take. I guess that's more accurate. And they pretty much take care of it themselves. It's more like a ghost squad that handles things that the government will not do. Is how I think I perceived.
That's true. And the other thing is that it was directed by Michael Bay.
So lots of.
So here's the thing. Netflix gave Michael Bay a budget. That was the worst thing they could do.
Yeah, it was.
Because the first 25 minutes...
Everything is just... for no reason.
Of the movie is so out of the ordinary, with explosions, cars flying, and even bodies randomly flying at you.
It was hilariously overdone.
It was, and then but the added commentary with Ryan Reynolds. It's like, does that happen?
Yeah.
Does your
I mean, he brings the classic Ryan Reynolds witty comments throughout the whole thing.
He does.
But the first 10-15 minutes is just, it's hilarious. Because there's so much going on. You can't focus on one thing.
There's so much going on, but then the fact is, there's 50,000 people going after them.
Yeah.
That's an exaggeration. It's not 50,000 people. But it's just cars and bad guys.
But throughout the whole chase thing, it's people on the regular streets are just taking this as it's a normal day. Normal explosions, normal car chasing. It's weird. It
was so done over the top that after that opening scene, things slowed down tremendously.
Yeah.
We get into another character who evidently faked his own death, and he played. His character basically was in the army, and he feels guilty about the death of his squadron. Mm-hmm. And of course, Ryan Reynolds finds him and then recruits him because another character in the beginning of the movie, played by Dave Franco. Is it Dave Franco?
Yes.
It's Dave Franco. I didn't expect him to show up like that.
Yeah. I was actually shocked to see him in there.
I was shocked to see him in there. But for the little time he had, it was a good scene he had.
It was good. Yeah, it was.
Unexpectedly, how he left the movie.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Definitely crazy. Unexpected.
And the sympathy with Ryan Reynolds' character is that once someone, evidently dies, they move on.
Yeah.
But the other 5 people in the ghost thing, the group, are no, you have to have sympathy, this and that.
Well, it's more or less the one guy that he recruits, because no one has names. No one knows. Everybody. The only person who knows everyone's names is one.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds' character.
Right.
Everyone else doesn't know anyone else's name because he doesn't feel like sympathy should be part of the squadron.
Right.
Once someone passes or dies or whatever, they take their body and whatever, but it's more or less, they're gone, we need a replacement. So it's, I see where he's going, but it doesn't work like that. Human beings aren't programmed.
True.
To be that way.
True, that's true. And then the subtle aspect of this movie is that not much is given about all the people in this.
The stories are very.
They're quick.
Yeah,
we didn't even get to know about what's we knew about the French woman, the Spanish guy who was a hitman. Ryan Reynolds, we got sort of. We don't know about Dave Franco, but then the other woman that was part of the group.
The doctor.
Oh, the doctor, yeah.
She just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I guess her story was involved in it, but we didn't really know.
I feel like wasn't she the one who was bartending in that one scene? No, because he slept with her.
Right.
That's his so-called.
No. That was a different person. No, not her. I'm talking about the other one that was in.
The doctor.
Yeah, the one that was doing the surgery.
Yeah.
We didn't know about her.
No, she didn't come up.
No, I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for her story, but then I guess I missed it somehow.
I don't think it was there.
No, I don't think so either. But then there are rules to what Ryan Reynolds gives in the group, like don't sleep with each other, which two of the characters do, and it's interesting because the woman that played the French woman in this was in Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
And she played Shoshana, and if you remember, and it was different seeing her in this movie because she played a totally different role.
It went from. Well, she was kind of a badass in that movie too.
She was. Yeah.
It was just more of like subtle badassery, whereas this was complete, super spy.
Yeah.
Badassery.
It was different, and you could say it was a spy movie in a way.
Sort of.
Yeah. And then the other aspect of it was that I did like the parkour kid.
4.
He was
crazy.
Really.
He was good. He was good.
And his backstory.
There was good scenes in that. For his
great
parkour.
Scenes. And it's interesting because his story was kind of like a sad story in a way until Ryan Reynolds found him and bought him out of what kind of thing what world he was in.
Yeah.
But he used basically.
He was a thief.
Yeah, he was a thief. Yeah. Basically, Ryan Reynolds finds these people who are good at what they do and then uses them for that. And the other side note factor of this story is that they are basically trying to start a coup where they overthrow one dictator and put his brother in order to make things better. Because, spoiler alert, the dictator now is actually killing his own people, and the brother wants to make things better. So Ryan Reynolds' character and the other characters try and change things for the better, which is what Ryan Reynolds' character does. He changes things for the better in order to make lives better for other people.
Yeah, because he's trying to do good by doing bad.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. The scene where he was delivering the food and the medical supplies was good. But it was really.
But that was confusing too. Because it wasn't like you weren't sure if that was part of his backstory or if
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Because it feels more like a backstory to the reasoning why he picked this specific government, this specific dictator.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
So.
And the thing is that the dictator is not really that much of a bad guy in it. I mean, he's ruthless, of course, but he's very subtle. Where it's like, okay, he's killing his own people, and don't do that. People hate that in a way already in real life. And you put that in a movie, you don't have to explain anything. But he has the power to do what he wants. Because in the scene where in the hotel, the top 5 of the dictator's men are literally killed by 6.
In the same room.
In a really odd way, but in a comical way.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. But then the next scene, spoiler, is the 5 people that he killed, he brings up, and then he pushes them off the roof.
Yeah, the dictator does.
Yeah, he pushes his own men off the roof.
Well, he took the next generals in line.
Yeah.
And basically made an example of them, I think.
Yeah,
by pushing them off.
That's a good point.
And then forced their seconds into taking their positions.
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess there was less corruption.
Starting
new corruption.
I actually didn't think about that. That's actually a good point. Yeah, because when he pushed him, I was like, oh, so he's that kind of guy. Mm-hmm. He doesn't give a shit at all.
Yeah, no.
And I did like there's only basically big 2 action sequences, 25-30 minute beginning,
and the boat scene.
And the boat scene. Oh, I forgot.
Which was awesome.
Okay, 3 maybe. The scene in the penthouse, I think, right, where they're getting the brother out. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's it's not as long, but there's a few.
Yeah.
There's that scene, and there's the scene where they break down, where they kill, where the spy and I guess you call him a hitman.
Oh, right.
They kill the 5 dictators.
Right.
There's that scene.
That scene, and then
but the 2 big ones are the beginning and the boat scene.
And the boat scene, yeah, and in the middle scene with the penthouse as they try and rescue the younger brother.
Yeah.
That scene was very interesting. I liked it.
That was cool because it gave the characters more. I'm lost for words, but like
a bonding thing, right?
Yeah, not even a bonding. Like as a viewer felt like just seeing like Ryan, like because of Ryan Reynolds' character, you don't see him doing as much as the pew pew in this movie. He's not really action coordinated, and then in that one scene, he goes straight ham, like he's been doing it for years. So it's kind of like, where did that come from?
Right.
Like, so you kind of get a sense of his background, but then he does something like that, and you're like, what was he really doing?
That's true. Yeah, that's what one of the characters wants to know about Ryan Reynolds is that what background did he have? They say he's the tech guy. How is he the tech guy?
Yeah,
he has billions of dollars. Okay. How did he make his money? You know, it's like
how did he get started?
Right, it's subtle details like that. And the thing about the penthouse scene I liked is that when the sharpshooter army guy is there and he's just like knocking people out.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was like, what?
Especially when he shoots the pool to give the guy air.
Oh,
that was pretty neat.
That was great. And
cool.
And then I was like, and he's like, I got a great idea, but it's a bad idea. And I was like, I know exactly what he's going to do. And he did it.
Yeah.
And that scene was pretty cool too. Like how the water just like. And then they have to run across the crane in order to get where they are.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Now, the ending is so over the place. The not subtle, but the most over-the-top thing Michael Bay could do was make the ship magnetic.
Of course.
I mean, come on.
It plays to certain characters' strengths.
I'm laughing because literally it's a funny scene.
It is.
Because it's just, and then of course Ryan Reynolds is like, whoa, I didn't think that would happen.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want to downplay him as an actor, but ever since he got into his Deadpool, he seems to bring a little bit of Deadpool in each character he plays, which is it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's also very comical because he brings that certain wittiness that you would see Deadpool in, like.
That's true.
Oh my god, I would never think that would happen. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is that I think that's why people like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because he's himself and as an actor.
Yeah, he brings all that.
I think it's when he plays Deadpool and when he plays certain roles, it's just him being him.
Yeah.
And you think it's Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. No, it's like it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's just him.
It's him, yeah. He's Deadpool in real life.
It's natural, yeah.
It's, you know. I mean, even with Detective Pikachu. Okay. Even with
he did bring his own.
He brought his own. You wouldn't think Ryan Reynolds would be the voice of Pikachu, but it worked.
It did work.
It worked.
And it was very comical.
It was very comical
in certain situations.
You know, and it like he just brings his own charm into it, and that's it. Of course, everybody wants to see Deadpool in the Marvel Universe, and if that happens, we know it's going to be fantastic. Just don't get Michael Bay involved in anything, and stop giving him a budget. Like, thank God he didn't still do any more Transformers movies, because after a while those just fell off the map. Okay, I think I think this was Michael Bay's redemption of trying to get Ryan Reynolds in a Transformers movie.
Maybe.
Because I think if you got Ryan Reynolds in a Transformers movie, it would have been 100 times better.
Yeah.
Because just to see the banter between Ryan Reynolds and Optimus Prime, I'm sorry, would be hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
It would have been hilarious.
I didn't think Wahlberg did that bad of a job though. I know we're going way off topic.
We are going way off topic. Wahlberg was a step up from Shia LaBeouf. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Let's just not talk about
that's it.
Him at all.
You know. And the storyline for certain Transformers movies, great, but not good.
It could have been way better.
Yeah,
they did progressively get better with Wahlberg putting in.
And the story.
Yes,
the
story which is the biggest part. Like, of course, the action scenes for Michael Bay.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, it's Michael Bay. He directed at least 5. I'm gonna say, I think it's 5. 5. I lost count.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think there's. I don't know how many Transformers movies there are now. Because there's spin-offs and there's.
I'm pretty sure there's 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, because then I don't know. I forgot. But of course, the reason we went off on a tangent is because we're talking about Michael Bay. Netflix gave Michael Bay a budget.
Yeah.
Or no budget technically, and he just said, "Here, do what you want. Here, make
blow shit up."
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Basically, what it was.
Let's just blow shit up and have a good time, and here's your money, and then half the budget went to the explosions, and the other half straight went to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. There's kind of like a 70-30, like 70% blow up shit, 30% we're gonna do something with the storyline.
I think the other 30% was the magnetic scene with the boat.
Yeah, you're right. There was a lot of magnetic talk going on.
But I did like the aspect of the tech stuff that was behind Ryan Reynolds' character.
Yeah, it made him more interesting and not just another douchebaggy billionaire type who just wanted to change the world.
Mm-hmm. I was confused, spoiler, at the ending when they're escaping and then you think the ship is sinking and all of a sudden they end up on a helicopter and the dictator's on it. I'm like,
that was
was different. When did that happen?
Yeah.
How did they get on? When did they do all this?
It was more of a part of the plan that you didn't know was coming.
Oh, that's true. Because he did say he doesn't like to go with the plan and everything. He just likes to wing it.
Because if you notice, they only started to focus on certain characters, and everyone else just seemed to float off screen.
Oh, that's right. That's true. And then he didn't want to leave number 4 behind anymore.
That was the big change in his character.
It was. I mean, I kind of liked it, but to me, the reason I didn't was because we didn't get much backstory on every character.
No.
It was too dumbed down in a way.
Yes.
Because it was only focused on certain characters. Number 1 and number 4 and maybe the new recruit. Mm-hmm. Technically number 7, right?
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot about them.
Yeah, and then other than that, the other characters were just side characters.
They're kind of like Hawkeye.
Right. Exactly. Like Hawkeye. Exactly. The character of the hitman, the Spanish guy, was really annoying at a point at time for me.
But almost like it was kind of like a like the banter between him and Reynolds was combative.
Because he wanted to do one thing, and
you needed that one combative person to give Reynolds enough.
Because he's punching the guy in the face, and Reynolds like, no. Stop!
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's just Ryan Reynolds being just.
He was he was a loose cannon.
Yeah, he was a loose cannon. Yeah, but then other than that, it's it was the action was good, but then like I said, it was only maybe 3 or 4 major scenes. The beginning is just over the top.
It's crazy.
The ending's over the top, and the story wise could have been better.
Yes.
And the other factor was that it was just too long.
It was long.
It should have ended.
There were
20 minutes before.
A few scenes that they could have done without.
Yeah,
I think
you could
maybe shown a little bit more character build-up or character story instead of certain things that you just felt that just weren't needed.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. It's movies like this that are on Netflix are given carte blanche budget, and it's okay, let's develop the action. But don't develop the story.
Yeah, there's very few that put in the action, but the story just makes the movie what it is.
Right. You literally could have had 3 movies out of this one 2.5 hour movie by having the first one be more
showing
how Ryan Reynolds'
character comes into what he does.
Right, and then the sequel is other missions they do, and then the third maybe ending it out. But 2.5 hours of 6 Underground was just
they did leave it open.
They did.
For quite a few, if you remember.
Yeah.
There were 5 other missions on that.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because as the movie was ending, I was like, "What about the other?" I was like, "Oh, because Ryan Reynolds was like, wait, this is the first mission," and I'm like, "Wait,
this is the test mission."
Wait, there's others. There's so basically the title of the movie is 6 Underground. So are you telling us that it's 6
5
total
other movies that still have to be
5 other movies, it's 6 in total, so it's going to be interesting. But if they do a sequel, or maybe, they probably will. Ryan Reynolds, great, he'll come back. Just don't get Michael Bay in it. It's someone who knows action, but not Michael Bay action, where it's just boom, boom,
it's
boom.
Just in your face.
Exactly.
Unnecessary boom.
Because some of the scenes in the beginning were just it was an explosion, and you hear, ah! I'm like, what? Wait, I'm sorry? or they get hit by a car and it's like
cars flying over each other, or wasn't that totally unnecessary?
Or cars flying, but then someone in the street getting hit. I'm like, that's not normal.
No,
you know?
too much going on.
You know,
it's too much.
Like,
it pulled you in.
Yeah.
But it felt too much.
But that's the thing. It pulled you in, but then it held you to a point where once that opening scene was done, it was just downhill until the next action scene. You know?
It did definitely. I'll agree with it. Slowed down with the story arc.
Yeah, the story. Because I'm like, who are these people? I want to know more, and we only got to know about Ryan Reynolds and a couple other characters.
Yeah, it's like between the opening scene and the scene where they pretty much break down the coup.
Yeah.
It's slow.
It is, and of course we subtly get the hint of who Ryan Reynolds' character is in the end, which is great, which is a nice touch. But then, of course, he just wants to go on his own mission and still help people around the world, which is very, very interesting. What about you? What do you think about the? What would you say you didn't like? But you say you liked it. So,
I liked it.
Yeah. Would you like it for the action, or was it more like Ryan Reynolds?
I mean, as far as action, like of course, knowing that it's Michael Bay, there's going to be a lot of unnecessary explosions and just things blowing up for no reason. But before I even watched it, I thought I'd give it a chance. I mean, I haven't really watched anything since the last Transformers movie that he really ended up doing. So I kind of wanted to give it a chance. And I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that I don't like that he's done so far. So I mean, it's just something different, but still kind of the same.
That's true. Yeah. It was different. You don't see Michael Bay given a lot of free range to do something.
Definitely.
You know, because if
he had a lot of free range.
If this was released in theaters, you know, some of those action scenes would be like 2 minutes.
It would have been cut down a lot.
It would have been quick, bang, bang, done. Story.
Yeah.
Boring. Action. Boring action.
Build up. Action. Build up.
Yeah. So it's
more action.
This is a Transformers movie. That's what they are. You know? And the other movies that he's done, which I can't really think of any at the top of my head other than Transformers and Six Underground.
That's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a movie other than. Of course, we're going to get shit in the comments because we forgot.
Of course.
What movies Michael Bay directed.
A lot.
You know, it's like
which is okay.
How can you forget Michael Bay doing this? Blah, blah, blah,
I mean, Michael Bay just goes along with pew pew boom boom.
Yeah,
it's basically what Michael Bay does good.
Boom! Space explodes. Now that's.
It'll be the next one. Space explosions. Michael Bay.
Mention that. Space exploded.
It'll happen.
Oh my God.
Don't give him a budget. It'll happen.
No. Netflix will give him a budget.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. For me, I give Six Underground a 2 out of 5 stars.
Wow. That's a blow. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm not going to give it a solid 5.
Oh,
but it's a 4. It could have been a lot better because of the story.
Okay, all right.
The story was just lacking a little too much.
Okay.
Character development just really wasn't there.
Okay.
But still, with that, I would rank it as one of my top Netflix movies, at least right now with what's on there.
Top. Did you hear that, everyone? Top Netflix movies. Now, we'll definitely get to our top Netflix movies in another video. But as you know, my rating for Six Underground is a 2 stars out of 5, and Mario's is a 4 out of 5. So totally, that is 6 stars out of 10. Right? Yeah, 6 stars out of 10, which is a 60. It's
decent.
It's decent.
Like we said,
it's a D.
It could have been better.
It's a D? I don't know anymore what the rating system is.
C minus.
Now it's a C minus.
C minus, maybe.
We haven't been in school for a while, so if you think Six Underground deserves a better rating, let us know in the comment section below, and give us shit for not knowing how many Michael Bay movies there have been.
I mean, give us the negatives. There's a lot more negatives, I know.
There's more negatives than positives with Michael Bay movies. Of course, like we mentioned, all the Transformers movies, and I'm not even kidding as I speak to you. I don't even know the other Michael Bay movies except this.
Nothing's really coming to mind because of Transformers.
Right, because he did and that was it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure once we read the comments, people are going to be like, we're going to be like,
yeah, what about this one? What about that one?
He did that and this.
He did do that.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section below what you thought about Six Underground, and let us know what your favorite Michael Bay movie is. Of course, you know that we probably have a favorite Michael Bay movie. We just can't think about it off the top of our heads. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos from the Cinema Titans on Marchio Productions YouTube channel. And be sure you follow the Cinema Titans on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, on Instagram and Twitter at misterfilmstock. And be sure you follow Mario also on Instagram. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony.
I'm Super.
And we're the Cinema Titans. Thanks for tuning in. Blooper! That's going into the cut.
Yeah.
And also Farrell. Farrell. I was on a roll! I was on a roll!
Oh god, that should be my new Twitter account. Far out.